It's late at a worn wooden table in a tiny Brooklyn cafe, and Maria, a scrappy startup founder, is staring at her company's financial statements with a mix of confusion and frustration. She's been flying by the seat of her pants for months, but now investors want real answers, real numbers. How can one set of numbers tell the story of her company's health? And more importantly, how does she turn those numbers into smarter decisions? The secret. It's not just math, it's financial intelligence. First up, let's decode the mystery behind the dry-looking sheets that intimidates so many entrepreneurs. Maria pored over her income statement at midnight, realizing it wasn't just a jumble of numbers but a story of revenue, costs, and profit hiding in plain sight. She noticed how a tiny shift in how she recorded expenses could make her startup look wildly profitable or dangerously close to bankruptcy, even though the cash hadn't moved yet. Think of a balance sheet like a Polaroid snapshot of your company on one day, capturing what you own, what you owe, and your net worth. But unlike your cluttered desk, it's not a diary of every transaction. This snapshot lets you see if your business is built on solid footing or on shaky ground, just like checking the health of a house by its foundation, not its interior decor. Here's the kicker: all financial numbers come with hidden assumptions, like valuing inventory at cost or recognizing revenue too early. These subtle rules can make your numbers tell very different stories if you don't spot them. When Maria grasped this, she stopped blindly trusting reports and started asking deeper questions, transforming her financial blind spots into powerful insights. Now that Maria sees the numbers, she needs a simple way to know if her business is thriving or heading for trouble. Enter ratios, the CEO's secret pulse check. At a tense board meeting, Maria pulled out the quick ratio, a measure of how fast her company could cover immediate liabilities. It was borderline alarming. This insight gave her the wake-up call to tighten cash flow before chasing her next big hire or costly office upgrade. Debt sounds scary, but imagine it like fire: dangerous if uncontrolled, useful if managed. Maria learned that with the right debt levels, she could fuel growth without risking collapse. It's all about context. Too little debt and you're leaving money on the table; too much and you're gambling with your future. Return on investment (ROI) became Maria's GPS. It told her whether marketing campaigns, new equipment, or hiring sprees were steering her company toward profit or simply burning cash. This simple percentage distilled complex decisions into a clear yes or no, a beacon in the chaotic world of entrepreneurship. Finally, Maria realized knowing the numbers alone wasn't enough. To truly succeed, her entire team needed to speak fluent finance. Maria started monthly workshops to teach her sales and product teams financial street smarts. For example, how their sales quotas connect to cash flow, or why gross margins weren't just fancy jargon. This simple act shifted a siloed company into a unified, data-driven squad. By tracking clear, easy-to-understand metrics, like customer acquisition cost and lifetime value, her team began to own not just tasks but the business financial health. They stopped thinking in silos and started acting like owners, which changed everything from product tweaks to customer service. Most surprisingly, what began as fear of numbers turned into excitement. The team used financial data to fuel smart experiments rather than guesswork. Maria saw that when people understand the why behind the numbers, they stop hiding from them and start harnessing them, transforming her company's culture and trajectory. Remember Maria staring at her statements in that Brooklyn cafe? Now imagine closing your next board meeting with the same calm confidence she has. Financial intelligence isn't just about math, it's your secret weapon to see clearly, act smarter, and inspire your whole team. Try this next time you see a financial report. Pick one ratio and ask, what story is this telling me? You'll never look at numbers the same way again. Subscribe for more book summaries like this one.